Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel Kono Pro. In this video, we're going to go over who is getting rich off these high lumber prices. So stay tuned in this video and we're going to go over it and hopefully you'll gain some value from this. But if you have anything to input, please leave a comment below. So first off, we're going to talk about who might we think is getting rich off this. Is it the landowners, the timber providers, the people who own the land? Is it the loggers? Is it the truckers, the drivers, the workers? Is it the big box retail stores? It's none of those. So stay tuned and I'll tell you who it is. So if you have to go back a little bit, you have to go back to the 1980s, particularly 1985, when President Reagan signed the Farmers Bill Act. Okay, and in that act there was a provision that was in it that was called the CRP, and that's the Conservation Reserve Program. And because of this, it allowed farmers to sell some of their land and provide it as timberland. And because of that, as an outcome, we have a lot more timberland available now in the United States than we did 20, 30 years ago. Okay, so because of that, we have a lot of timber available. Now, is the government giving them a lot of money for this timber, or whoever is providing the payment for this timber? Are they making a lot of money off this timber? I'm not really too sure because timber prices aren't that high. So if they're not that high, then they shouldn't be making that much money. Stump timber prices. So you would think it was them, but it's not really them. It's going to be someone else. Okay, and so your next thought would be the loggers, all them. Nope, they're all just making their standard pay, their wages they've been making for all these years. Really, who's making the big money are these sawmills. Okay, and I'll tell you why. There's only, about roughly 3,000 sawmills in America today. And a lot of those sawmills, there are basically, specialty sawmills. They're not sawmills that manufacture most of the lumber for the building and the housing industries. Some of the mills that are in those thousands of mills are run by big corporations. And there's about 5 major sawmills in the country that provide most of the wood and lumber to build homes and basically provide all the lumber to most of the lumber industry. Okay, and these 5 major sawmills are Sierra Pacific, Interfor Building Value, West Fraser, Georgia Pacific, and Weyerhaeuser. Okay, so these 5 major sawmills are the ones that are making all of the money. And the reason why is we have to go back a little bit more too. In 2007, 2008, we had the housing crisis. And during that time, construction and building industry crashed, straight crashed. There was no one really wanting wood and asking for wood unless it was an emergency or something like that. So the industry crashed. People stopped investing in sawmills and they stopped building sawmills. People stopped investing in the stocks. I mean, basically everything. The sawmill industry basically crashed as well. And that's the thing. Sawmill industry has its ups and downs, just like the building and housing industry. Okay, so if we don't have enough sawmills to process the demand that we have now, what's going to happen? They're going to inflate prices, and that's what's going on. So these sawmills are the ones making all the money. If you look at what they're charging and how much profit they're making a lot of money. Their stocks have almost doubled in the past year. Their profits have gone up. Most of these sawmills don't have their stocks and stuff like that public, but the ones that do, if you go and look at them, their stocks have gone through the roof in the past year, and you can see their profits are really, really high. So if you look at the actual stump price for actual buying timber, stump timber prices, it's very low right now. Okay, it's starting to get a little higher because it's finally starting to pick up, but it's at an all-time low. I mean, you can buy stump timber very, very cheaply. So these huge sawmills are making a lot of money because there's not that many sawmills. There's only 5 that really manufacture all of the lumber that we use. So if you take that into account, you're going to see where all the money goes. And then also there's a lot of things that cause the, price to go up on wood from these sawmills, and that's of course demand, and they can only put out so much wood and so much product at a time. So because of that, their prices go up. And then they trickle it down all the way to the big box stores, and they're not making much profit on it because the price goes up for them as well. So it's basically comes down to the sawmills, and then we have natural disasters. We have, pandemics where people want to stay at home and remodel their houses. We have really low financing rates for loans and stuff like that. So people are able to build more on their homes, and that causes more of a demand. And so because of that, the prices have gone through the roof. Now, I'm going to have a video coming up here pretty soon that's going to be, when are the prices going to drop? When are they going to hopefully get a little lower? So stay tuned for that video. And if you like this video and you have any input on it and you have something to add, please leave a comment. We would love to hear from you. And we appreciate you all watching. Thank you very much. And remember to share on your social media and subscribe and like. Have a good one, everyone. Kono Pro out.